Welcome back to another game-changing episode of Profit Made Simple, where we unravel the secret so you can supercharge your business and achieve the life you desire. And today we have a topic that is vital for success, and that is mastering the marketing funnel. But before we dive into the marketing funnel, I want to start with a story. And on the screen, you'll be able to see my partner, Marissa. Now, I knew very early on in our relationship that this was the woman that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. However, she needed some convincing, and I love a challenge. So I was going to all stops to show her that I was the man for her. I was cooking like Jamie Oliver. I was dressing far better. I was walking into jewelry stores that had security guards. I was writing letters and poems that would make Jane Austen jealous. And over a period of time, I built that trust. I built that relationship so she too could see that I was the person she wanted to spend the rest of her life with. Now, if I simply just went to her, hey, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and I didn't do all of those things, I didn't build the trust, I didn't develop the relationship, then it would have been met with a firm no. Go away. Yet this is what we do in our marketing. Quite often, we will get a lead that doesn't know us. There's no nurture, there's no trust, there's no relationship, and yet we ask them to do something that might be intimidating, that might be scary, that takes them out of their comfort zone, and we're surprised when they say no. And it's because we don't have a marketing funnel. We don't take that prospect, that lead, through critical stages that builds the relationship. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. I'm going to be going through the 3 core stages. And what are those stages, and what are the critical activities we must do at each stage so we arrive at the outcome we want. We have a client, and we have a client for a long period of time. So let's dive in, but before we do, 2 things: hit the like, smash the subscribe, and let's design your marketing funnel. There are 3 phases within the marketing funnel, and we want to master each one of these stages so we can have more quality clients within our business. And the first phase is known as the awareness stage. Some people may refer to it as TOFU, the top of the funnel, or even the discovery phase. And this is all about educating your prospect. At this point in time, they're not looking for solutions. What they are looking for is information about their problem and solutions to resolve it. They're looking for a frame, they're looking for a term, they're looking for steps. And so the content we create and craft has to meet them at where they are at within this awareness phase. The second stage within our marketing funnel that we want to master is the consideration phase, otherwise known as the middle of funnel or MOFU. Now, within this phase, the prospect is considering whether they do business with you or not. And there's 2 key components that we have to master with our marketing in this stage. Number 1, we have to build the relationship. People do not want to do business with people they don't trust. So we need to build that bridge. Number 2, we need to showcase why we are the obvious choice and why the prospect needs us. The third and final stage within our marketing funnel is the conversion stage. Now, this is otherwise referred to as the bottom of funnel or BOFU. And this is where we need to give the prospect a compelling reason to buy. Now we know what the 3 stages of the marketing funnel are. We want to ensure that we master the marketing funnel to give ourselves the best opportunity of attracting and converting lots of quality prospects into our business. So we're going to map out what is the best type of marketing at each stage of the funnel. So we start with the awareness or the discovery phase. And there's 3 key pieces here that we want to create and distribute. Number 1 are videos. Videos around the core problems that your client has. Videos that showcase your personality and your unique solution. Now, one of the easiest ways to craft content for these videos is to identify the core frustrations that your prospect has and the key fears that they have. It's really understanding their problems. And then you're just going to create and curate short, sharp videos that A, present the problem, and B, create the solution. The second style of content that works particularly well in this awareness phase are lead magnets. One of my favorite lead magnets is an ebook. So you craft an ebook that again identifies the core problem. So really understanding your prospect is key. And then you write an ebook that has simple, tangible solutions that show that you know what you're talking about, that showcases your expertise and ability to resolve them. And this is just getting easier and easier to do with the help of applications and technology like AI and Canva. And then the third style that works within this top of funnel, this awareness discovery phase, is content. Social media content in particular. So I'm going to give you 2 very simple frameworks that will enable you to create quality content for your social media to create more awareness around your product and solution. Now you can see on the screen we have a pyramid. And within that pyramid there are 3 key phases. There is survive, there is thrive, and there is dreams. Now within the survive phase, there are 2 key components. There is the desire. The desire is now. I need this solution now. I need to resolve this problem now. So it might be that they have debilitating back pain. I need to solve it now. All right? So the desire is a need and the time is now. Our second phase is thrive. Now the desire moves from a need to a want. So I want to play sport again. I want to run that marathon. And the time is later. And then we have our final phase, the top of the pyramid, our dreams. And the desire is that it is a dream. And the time is one day. One day, I'm going to run a marathon. And so what we want to do is we want to craft our content around a 70-20-10 mix. 70% of your content should be around resolving the survive needs. 20% around the thrive wants, and 10% around the dreams someday. The second framework that's going to be very helpful for you crafting content that creates awareness and that compels someone to discover more about you is this 4-quadrant matrix we have here. Now on the right, we have show. So we want content that shows your clients, the results they get, and some of your process. The second type of content is teach. This is where how-tos and really practical content comes in handy. Not too indifferent to what I'm doing right now. Third type of content is to share. And this is really about you. Share your personality, your story. Like how I opened up today's video, a personal story from my life, because people buy people. And the fourth type is give. Give people the opportunity to learn more about you and to collect and acquire more resources. Vital for success that we master the marketing funnel from discovery to conversion. And our second stage is the consideration stage. Now, it's important that our marketing within this stage develops a relationship that really cultivates trust. Let me share a story with you about a supplier that did this particularly well with me recently. So I'm currently looking for an investment property, and I didn't know where to start in terms of what kind of property would give me the best type of yield from a rental perspective, but also concurrently give me capital growth. So I sought out a buyer's agent, and I was looking at a few different buyer's agents, but one in particular did this consideration phase so well that I ended up hiring them. Now that company is called InvestorKit, and what they did particularly well is they had amazing case studies, video case studies, written case studies. They had lots and lots of Google reviews, and I read all of these. I would have spent at least 6 hours going through their case studies. But more so, they also had these superb white papers that really showcased to me that they knew what they were talking about, that their solution was the obvious choice. So there are 3 types of content that we want to master within the consideration phase. 1 is case studies, 2 is white papers or helpful resources, and the 3rd, where appropriate, might be an event, a seminar, a workshop, whether live or virtual. So case studies is number 1. Now case studies can take form in many different ways, and I actually recommend that you create case studies that are video interviews, that are written documents, that are reviews on popular sites. The second is white papers or helpful downloads. You know the problems of your clients, so why not create courses? Why not create videos, podcasts, resources that are easy to consume that solve that problem? And then number 3, where appropriate, why don't you host an event? So I'll give you an example within one of my businesses. I own a gym, and it was recently Women's Health Week. So my manager held a free workshop, face-to-face seminar, catered it, advertised it on different things you can do to improve your health if you're a middle-aged lady. As a result of that, we had a whole number of prospects come down and later become clients. The 3rd stage that we want to master within our marketing funnel is our conversion stage. Now, very simply here, we need to compel people to buy. They've made a decision that they want to buy, and we now need to position our product, our solution, in a way that makes it really easy for them to move forward. And so we need to have a clear, compelling call to action. And call to actions have 2 vital components. Number 1, very just clear, simple language. Buy now, book call, all right? Very, very clear. Number 2, there needs to be a clear and compelling reason why the prospect should take up that call to action. Now, it might involve scarcity. There's a limited number of opportunities available. It might include urgency. It's only valid to a particular time. And it should definitely include a host of benefits. How that prospect is going to feel once they have consumed your product or service. Mastering the marketing funnel is critical for success. Too many businesses have one-dimensional marketing that emphasizes one phase and one phase only of the funnel itself. Instead, what we need to do is we need to have wonderful marketing strategies that create awareness, engagement. We then want strategies that cultivate a relationship and consideration, and then we want compelling, clear calls to action that make it easy for prospects to make a decision. When we have these 3 elements in place, when we have a plan that has content and strategies at each one of these levels, we will end up with more leads than we've ever had, and therefore more clients. Thank you so much for watching and your incredible support. Now remember this, you have the power to shape your destiny. Embrace the strategies that I've shared today and watch your profits soar.